What's good, people? Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. Man, been trying to chase down that news. Bit of a mad, difficult day. You know that, like, yeah. Sometimes it's good days, sometimes it's bad days. Grievo's in the building. Jean, RB, Tyler. Shouts out to you all. My phone's been kind of buzzing up, guys. It's been a little bit, what can I say? A little bit nuts. Let me get that little light on over there because I do like it. Let me put that drink there. I ain't even got, as I'd say, Joe, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Didn't look good on Saturday night, mate. We didn't look good at all. I'm going to give you a couple of reasons for why. Timber I wouldn't start on, of course. I wouldn't have such disrespect. It's his debut, blah, blah, blah. Rice, don't worry. He's going to be fine. We didn't pay 105 million for him for nothing. I'm more worried, mate, though, because Man United was a good tester. Sold Barcelona be as long as the Barcelona game, as long as it gets over. There's Zaha, I don't believe it. I'm just watching a little bit of today's news. Zaha at Galatasaray. It wasn't the greatest performance on God's green earth, mate, and it is a little bit worrying if you want the truth. I think that can be sharpened up. Just put Thomas Partey in the midfield immediately. No Thomas, no Partey. We're a lot more assured. Havertz, he may have a role to play at Arsenal Football Club this season, but for me, once again, it is not as a number 8 or a 4 like a Vieira. Does he seem like Vieira to you? Petite? Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't compare him really to a Fabregas. Now, again, I don't want to be hating on Havertz. I'm just saying, innit? The trio that I said would start against Man United, Rice, Odegaard, and the boy himself, Havertz, this ain't going to work. Like, it might look pretty against Forest, Burnley, of all respect, do you know what I mean? But even teams like Brighton will come along and crunch you if you've got a midfield like that. They were looking fine. This SummerSlam has been wonderful. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I think Wednesday, this SummerSlam, or Tuesday, obviously midnight, this Summer Series, SummerSlam, Summer Series, this Premier League tournament in America is back up and running. Every game has been amazing. Mudrak on fire for Chelsea v Brighton. I watched Newcastle Villa last night. Brilliant game. Do you know what I mean? So, guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Any thoughts on Kylian Mbappe? Now, we do know PSG, of course, they have accepted this bid. Why wouldn't you? Joe, I really hope you've got a big like on this video, and I really hope you subscribe, my brother, as you are new. Shouts out to everyone on the stream. Again, mate, it's about getting the tactics right. He's got Benny Blanco White to fall back on. I think Gabriel was a little bit lackadaisy. Ramsdale to blame for the first one. We haven't actually got a number 2. I don't trust in Matt Turner. There's a couple of problems, mate, but you know what I mean? First problem being, though, just get Havertz out of the number 8 shirt. Get Partey alongside Rice. Odegaard just ahead of them. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. Martinelli, Saka on the wings. Probably Jesus up front. I'd have Jesus as Havertz as the backup 10 or the 9 at the moment. But at £65 million, he is not going to be a bench boy. So good evening, boys. What did you guys make of the Man United game? Well, go on, Slim. Not much facts, just chilling. I still don't understand why Arsenal signed Havertz. Mate, it was the first signing of the summer. It was almost like we were so desperate to get that one done before the Timber, before the Declan Rice. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like there were so many other players we could have got first. Like, to say, though, Chelsea can't get a deal done. They want to do it over 8 years. I think if you offered them 60 mil cash now and 20 mil in add-ons, Brighton snap off your hands. We obviously didn't want to say, though. Thank you so much, my brother. I just don't get it. But similar, who do you support, bro? I'm taking it. Are you a Man United fan? Because Man United, in my opinion, are going to do the same sort of thing. Casemiro is going to have his work cut out. Let me just get this stream out there. 600 million a year. Sorry, obviously I can't have the sound on the TV, but this is incredible figures for Mbappe. I still think, and it has been alleged, a couple of Premier League teams have bid for him. Sorry, obviously I can't. Why do I think slyly? Let's get the stream out there, guys. Why do I think slyly someone else is going to bid? He's got to turn this down. Like, greed or not greed, he's got to turn this down somewhere, surely. Like, yeah, honestly, guys, he's got to turn this down. Like, is this the best for football? Is this the best what he can serve up? Is this the best? Oh, come on, Mbappe, man. I remember Anelka saying in an interview a little while ago, about a year ago, Mbappe can't even think he's half the player I was until he's played for teams like Arsenal and Madrid. Obviously, he played for both. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, guys, just going over to Twitter. Give me 2 seconds. I know this is rude. A lot of attention on my pictures today. Wow. 30 likes on that one. Where is some of the regulars? Hold on. My phone will start messaging me and catching me out. All right, cool. Screw this. If it's not to be, it's not to be. Oh, I know you're in anyway. All right, cool. Let's stop trying to get people in. Fuck them then. Right. Where are we? Do you know what I mean? Danny says, get him. You done know. Right. Wonder where Mbappe will end up. Bros, this is amazing. If he goes to Al Hilal or wherever of respect, even for one season, like, it's such a kick in the balls to all kinds of football. Someone suggested to me it won't be long until the Saudi League is bigger than the Premier League. Well, absolutely no way. Do you know what I mean? America tried it. Do you know what I mean? I think China tried it before. You know what I mean? Bringing Oscar from Chelsea for like loads of money. Ain't going to happen, mate. The Premier League is where it happens, isn't it? Like, the Saudi League can get bigger than Serie A if it likes. It can even get bigger than the Bundesliga. It can get bigger than the league. Oh, Juma! There's a name I ain't seen for a while, but it ain't getting bigger than the Premier League, guys. The money's incredible. Like, if they're gonna, from what we're hearing, £260 million, and then what? He can go Real Madrid for free. See, I never like quoting things unless I believe them to be real. And even massive networks that I'm watching even right now on my face, and I don't even want to mention their names. I seem to not get adverts when I say their names. West Ham are in talks to the whole world, yeah. It's Zakari, Conor Gallagher, etc. There is still lots of moves going on. Who's better, Conor Havertz? Who's better, Kai Havertz or Conor Gallagher? They're both just as versatile. Now, I don't want to start on Kai Havertz, but guys, I'm just going to say that straight. He ain't a number 8. Guys, let's move on to Kylian Mbappe. Bro, I'm surprised we got who we got. I don't think we would get Rice. Rice, again, bros, he was one of them. He's a plain old James, like Harry Kane. I've said Harry Kane won't go Bayern Munich. A lot of people are still saying he'll go Bayern Munich. Even Bayern Munich are saying fucking Harry Kane's going to go Bayern Munich. Danny AFC TV still says no. Harry Kane just ain't really ballsy. Like, he doesn't really want to rock the boat. He doesn't want to do nothing. He's got Daniel Levy ahead of him. I don't know what Harry Kane wishes. Just this year will run away and then he's just all of a sudden on a free. I don't know what is up with Harry Kane. Like, but anyway, similar to him, I always said Declan didn't really want to go Man City, Man United. You know what I mean? He's a London boy, born and bred, bit of pie, lick and mash. You know what I mean? England team. And at the end of the day, you play in the best league in the world. Rice doesn't need to go to anywhere to earn more money. All right, there is one now league officially. He can probably earn more money, the Saudi league. There's still not every player for me is going to do this. Havertz was a rush signing. I don't get it as well. What do you mean rushed? It must have been planned, bros. When you tactically go out at the start of the summer and execute 65 million hard-earned pounds, considering 72 is your record for a fraud that you can't even give away for free at the moment, Pepe. I find it strange. Like, I really wish Arteta Edu, someone would just say he's a centre mid, he's an attacking mid, he's a striker, he's a jack of all trades. I just think there was so much more we could have done with that 65. But it's not just him. There was 35 mil with Vieira. That's £100 million worth of footballer. I just think Arsenal needed a couple of positions different. I'm a Leicester fan. Oh, yeah, so sorry. Mr. Leicester, how are you doing? Mate, I've heard you're interested in Mark Quinnos, the Arsenal winger. He's decent. Harvey Barnes, unfortunately, we know is gone. What's the latest from Leicester, mate? What's the latest from Leicester? The same. What's going on, my real G? How are you, brother? Oh, babe. Daniel, he's in the building. What's the score all the way from Germany, my real one? Are we going for Vlahovic? No way. No, man, that's just mischievous. Nah. No way, bro. Trust in Danny AFC TV. I never lead you wrong. I've told you we're pretty much going for no one until Kieran Tierney goes bye-bye to Newcastle or Thomas Partey, unless that's not on the plans no more. Thomas Partey was going bye-bye to the Saudi League, or Balogun was leaving. But it was going to be more than one that was going to be needed to leave before, we went on another spending spree. At this moment, again, guys, I stress we're done. Unless there's a couple of surprising sales. When I say surprising, like, I don't mean holding at a couple of mil. I mean getting the 10 mil in quickly for a Lokonga. If we did just get 40 million for Balogun, would that be able to make us keep KT and Partey at the club? Do you know what I mean? I couldn't agree more, my brother. What was actually going on? I did see a lot on the group. I'm so sorry. I'll never duck anything Palestine. You know that, my G. I was driving, didn't really see a lot. I haven't really even seen it. Hence why I'm still looking over at Sky Sports News. Sky Sports, sorry, I hate saying their name. But West Ham, they seem to be looking at everyone. Harry Kane is overrated, bro. I was trying to say that the first 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons he was banging it at Tottenham. He's overrated, man. He's normal for England, and then just, I don't know, you have to just accept things in the end, bro. You just have to accept it, whether they play for Tottenham or not. There's certain man or two hard out here. Not many man can score that many goals consistently in the Premier League season after season, man, seriously. Especially with that dog of a team. Seriously, bruvs. 30 last season, bruvs. Jimenez in at Fulham, surprising. West Ham after the old world. That is Conor Gallagher, Zakari, amongst others. They want central defenders, goalkeepers, strikers. I would have done well signing for us. But you've got Lucas Paqueta. And this is where Moyes almost fucked up. It was almost when he started getting his Benaramas and his Paquetas. And then he started dropping and not playing his Benarama or not trusting his Paqueta for a second because they're a little bit fancy Dans. And Moyes wants you to fucking work like Mark Noble and Declan Rice. So you're going to have to be careful on how fancy Dan you want to be, son. Trust me. I've watched West Ham go down that road too many times, my son. Pie mash and liquor. Guys, do we get the likes on the video? I need to, man, there's not even no ash in this ashtray, but I have to ash it anyway. Like, I don't know. I've got a mad problem. I don't like looking at mess or ash. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just complete. Oh, God, where's Linda today? Fuck me, she must have the right half off for Linda to not be in the stream. No, Linda. Oh, my God, shocking. Dum, dum, dum. Right, let me turn off Sky Sports News. They're not telling me that much. RIP to Trevor Francis, of course. I felt like there was a discrepancy on my top, like something was burning. We'll join West Ham. Phil Gretzka, interesting. I've been not told. Sorry, I was watching German football analysis the other day, and he was saying it's really weird that they made their little fake bid for Sasado, made their fake bid for Declan Rice. But why are they trying to get rid of one of their own, Leon Goretzka? But he was also saying that Leon Goretzka's just gone shit over the last season or so. Like, he just, yeah. Kane fitting Data is like a glove. I believe that also, bros. I believe we are possibly, like, imagine if we did have a Haaland last season, bros, we're winning the league. Imagine, take Jesus' 10 goals away and Nketiah's, I don't know, that whatever it was. Put a striker scoring 25. Put Harry Kane's 30 goals for Tottenham there last season. I'm afraid to say we win the league, mate. That's like another 15, 16 goals we would have scored in the league. Marco Silva turning down the Saudi money. Bro, I thought he was out the door. Mitrovic is on his way, but there you go. You can't win them all. Do you know what I mean? Guys, thank you for joining. A bit of a lonely stream last night. It already feels like it's a bit more lively tonight. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you are new. Shouts out to Joel Montana, our Leicester fan. Bro, what can you say? You are going to get smashed over for your players now. I really thought Evans might have stayed, but he's been offered a big part at Man United. Sonasu gone as well, the Turkish international. Harvey Barnes out the door. We know the boy, the striker, the boy wonder. What's going on with Dakar and Imiacho? I take it they're going to leave. Listen, you've obviously took a few quid in. If you can make a few smart signings, man, Leicester are going to come straight back up. I'm pretty sure of it. They see an easy signing and just went for it. Sorry, who was we talking about again, bros? I have no idea. Let me speed up in the comments. Havertz or Mudrak? Mudrak all day long, bruvs. Even at the same money. I believe if you'd have went to Chelsea, when we put the 65 down for Havertz, if you'd have put 45 down for Mudrak, I bet they would have accepted it and run. You know what I mean? They probably didn't realise they were going to have such a successful summer selling players. You know what I mean? 11 of them to about the tune of £300 million. If we ever signed Kane, I'd stop supporting Arsenal. We saw Sol Campbell, bros. I don't know if that was. I doubt that was before your time, bro. I don't like you're a baby or nothing. We signed Sol Campbell. It happens, mate. What was that? Sorry, that was something. I've had a lot of disturbing shit going on fuck it, up on my phone today. No, bros. off the bench player. But this is the thing, bros. We know Arteta, bros. Look at the way he sticks with people. Like the Ben Whites, he won't admit they're wrong. He won't just piss off Vieira and admit he was wrong. Trossard will stick around, you know what I mean? It just surprises me that he won't, like, we know on the slow, we've been trying to sell Xhaka for a couple of years, but it surprises me that we tried to get shot off party this year. What was the real plan? Did we really think Havertz and Rice was going to be the golden ticket in the centre mid with Odegaard just ahead of them? We missed out on a wonderful player, mate. And forget the goal for Chelsea the other night. I've been saying it very consistently on this channel, mate. I'm very consistent about everything I say, and I'll never back down. If I've made a mistake, I'll hold up my hands. I very rarely do make that mistake. Arsenal should have signed Mudrak. That would have pushed us more towards the title than the 3 blowjobs that we signed. The blowjobs being Jacob Awori, £20 million. Jacob Awori. Trossard, £28 million. And Jorginho, £12 million. £52 million for fucking what? But anyway, let's not go on about spilt milk. Ah! You is in the building! Offend them up here! Someone tell me what Mudrak has done so far. Why do people like the guy so much? I can only tell you from what I scouted on him, bruvs. Like, watching him for his club, he played 6 games in the Champions League group stage for Shakhtar Donetsk. He was fucking wonderful on all of them. 2 of them was against Real Madrid. 2 of them was against Celtic. I can't remember who the third team was. Brilliant. You don't become shit overnight. Obviously, I do understand. I also flagged up, though, there was one problem. Before his breakout season in Ukraine, which was the season before, he was doing really well. The season when Arsenal and Chelsea wanted him, and then Chelsea eventually signed him. I said before 19 years old, there's literally no history of him. I did mark that up as an alarm bell, and I did think it was slightly very strange. It turned out literally he had a lucky little. There was a few injuries. He got lucky, got into the team, and never looked back. I still think it's raw potential. I believe a good manager would have got the best out of him. I believe going to Chelsea that's just signed £800 million worth of players was never the best. Like the same for the English kid that come from Holland, Maduki. I don't think he's ever going to be a great success out there. How about Broja? Broja's probably a decent striker. I'm not saying Arsenal level, do you know what I mean? Whether it's your West Ham, your Southampton, whatever. I don't know. But he's not going to have a fair chance there. Look at Loftus-Cheek making his debut for poor old fucking AC Milan last night, or poor old Loftus-Cheek. He's about 27, 28. He's hardly played fucking 100 games in his career because he's been at Chelsea just in their reserves. The most games he's ever played is going out on fucking loan. Unless we sell players, we won't be making any more signings. I've always said, Shuma, you are exactly right. So don't worry about Tukameni. Tukameni wasn't even used last night by Real Madrid. He might have been brought on later on. Kambaninga's the guy. Cruz will be the guy. Modric is the guy. Rodri, the little kid, is the guy. Valverde is the guy. He was exceptional. How are you here? I do not watch along for a United game tomorrow. I might do, but I don't want to be rude to Air, and I've got very good views when I've done Air last time, or for the first time. There's a lot of big SummerSlam games coming up, and I might be starting at midnight tomorrow, mate. And they've all been entertaining. So I'm going to be covering a lot of the English Premier League teams, obviously, over the next couple of days in the summer series. I keep calling it SummerSlam, the summer series. What do you want, mate? Right, let me put the phone on silent. Oh, wow. All right, that should end that. You just get very, very rude. Oh, what do I think of Tillemans? Interesting question. Let's let Joe answer. He had to go. He was very disappointed last season. Shame we didn't get a big fee. Most definitely. You'd have had to have cashed in on him earlier, though, when he was actually doing well at your club. FA Cup final settings, when he's scoring goals, or is it the winner he got in the FA Cup final? For me, he become a petulant little bastard, didn't it? And I didn't like his attitude. That's what made me start not liking him. Emery, I do think, will get a tune out of him, because if Emery gets that baby Tillemans there, if he ain't mucking in, Emery will fuck him straight off. I like Emery. I believe he turned into a petulant little bastard. Good question. Mark Quinos Leicester loan, what do you think? I reckon that might be a good loan. He seems a little decent player. He did seem all right in splibs and slads. Is that a sentence? In bits and pieces, you know what I mean? For Norwich last year. I've met Sol Campbell. Exactly. So you should know he's a legend. I reckon that may be a good loan. He seems a decent player, Matt. See? So exactly. It has happened before, bruvs. Do you know what I mean? And it could happen again. What has Mudrak done in England? He scored in USA last night. Don't worry, bros. If Pochettino gives him a fair chance, bros, this guy's going to be a good footballer. Listen, he's already got minutes under Pochettino. Who knows, innit? If Pochettino treats him fair, he's a great footballer, bros. And I'll just keep screaming it. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant goal the other night. I'm going to send you his goal for Chelsea the other night. Fucking world class. You should have seen his celebration as well. The celebration was proper, like, do you know what I mean? Fuck all, y'all. He's only 21, bros. He ain't old. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's only 21. Linda's in the building, people. You know it, innit? That's a fine couple of PG tips, innit? That's a fine couple of PG tips. Right. Twitter's also going mad. What they got? Man. I murked it on this picture today, man. Seriously. 34 likes, 4 retweets, 1,000 fucking views. Just as I was breezing through the Emirates this afternoon, took a quick picture. I'm not bad at taking pictures myself then. Hold up, what was that on Twitter? I'm banging on about Havertz's first goal for us. But you are funded up. Just because I think it would have been the better signing. Havertz's first goal for us. MLS All-Stars, bros. I don't know. It's one of them games. I did say also at the top of the stream, and I do take this. This is fair point, fair criticism, fair play. I said Havertz is going to look really, really pretty against Forest, Burnley, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, Champions League, we're going to get it alive, bros. Brighton, when they fucked us up 3-0 last year at the Emirates, they'll fuck us up the same way if we're playing a trio. Bros, last year, at least it was they were kind of strong, Xhaka party. You can't just put Rice there, bros, and think, fuck it, now we're going to go attack him. The Odegaard Havertz is a bit, for me, too attacking. It's not going to work. It didn't work against Man United. I said it wouldn't. There's fucking test one. Barcelona next. Phew. Do you know what I mean? We'll see how Frankie de Jong and co, if they're in the midfield for Barcelona, even though I hear all the Barcelona man are down sick, like, man down, man down. So we shall see if the fixture does go ahead. I'm sure it will. Oh, there we go. T to Bath. Where that was his first goal. Muddy, yeah, it probably was, bruvs. Yeah, bruvs, Chelsea finished 12th last year. It was an incredibly hard season. They've sold 11 players. That's a fucking whole football team. They've raised 300 mil, and now they're probably going to try and do something stupid, like get a Neymar or a fucking Mbappe in. Still, guys, Mbappe cannot, with all respect to Saudi, is Mbappe on his way to Saudi? I know he's been given permission. He does seem like a petulant, greedy little shit fuck, but who knows? I remember it in his first goal. Again, I hear that, but it was his first minutes under Pochettino. And as I'm saying, if Pochettino was to give him a fair crack at the whip, I'm saying again, I believe fully that there's a really, really good footballer in him, bros. Like, you don't play with Shakhtar Donetsk and seriously really give Real Madrid a run for your money home and away. He was the only player I knew in this Shakhtar Donetsk team, bros. Like, I don't back idiots, and do you know what I mean? I've still kind of said when people said, what do you think of Mudrak now? I was like, well, I did say we won't win the title with the 3 dickheads we bought, and with that 52, I'd rather we'd got Mudrak done, do you know what I mean? Rather than talk for 8 months. Chelsea spoke for 8 hours, bros, and got the deal done. That was getting the motherfucker over in a plane, medical signing deal, 8 hours. We spoke, as the president said, he went on a YouTube channel and said it straight, bros. The president, the owner of the club. We spoke to Arsenal for 8 months. Do you know what I mean? We spoke to them about everything. And then when Arsenal and Chelsea actually did put the same cash money on the table, Arsenal done something booky with the add-ons. And we had to tell them just, you know what, fuck off. And Chelsea now are doing worse. Like, at least they put the 63 mil down for Mudrak, which allegedly we were prepared to do. What a good picture you posted on Twitter. Thank you so much. It has got a lot of attention. Wow, am I a good artist? Or is that the power of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, whatever he is? Yeah, I took Havertz one game to score in England for us. How long would it take? Remember, Havertz has been in England for 3 years and London. Do you know what I mean? So all this acclimatization. Remember, he did come from a bit of a, with all respect to the Ukraine, a bit of a league. Do you know what I mean? But where I caught attention, where everyone on my channel will tell you, is when he played Celtic home and away, Real Madrid home and away, and whoever the third team was, he was fucking immaculate, bruv. Scored a couple of worldies. I started watching him a bit closer, then started saying to everyone on my channel, we've got to buy this motherfucker. Danny's Giant, what a go on? What's good? Who is Danny's Giant? So I've always thought it could be Linda, but I'm really unsure. Who is Danny's Giant? Takes Mother nearly. Oh my god, here we go. Bro, don't worry, man. He's got a manager behind him now, Pochettino. I'm taking out all day. Ty's going for Danny's neck. You know it. Blood, but it's for Keir Havertz, though. And look, he's going to keep that. Like, it's one game down, 1-2-0 defeat to Man United. MLS All-Stars, like loud that, do you know what I mean? That's the Burnley of the Premier League, with all respect. That's not an Forest. That's when Havertz and Odegaard and Rice look good in a midfield trio. They're not a midfield trio, guys. All we've got to do, all Arteta's got to do, is admit he was not wrong even. Just don't say nothing. Just get Party back in and sidestep it. Either drop the motherfucker or find him a different role, innit? How many number 10s, or how many people have we got that can play at number 10? Trossard, Emil Smith-Rowe, Vieira, Odegaard, Havertz. He likes a fucking attacking mid, doesn't he? Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new this evening. I'm loving this so far, bro. If you're a true baller, it doesn't matter who you play for or how long you've been in the country. No, hold on a second, bro. I've seen wonderful, bros. We've seen wonderful football. Dennis Bergkamp took, you know what I mean, a while to acclimatise to London. He said he'd never been kicked, punched like that. Who else? Who was another famous, very famous person that obviously made it on? Henry was never sure he was going to make it here, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Took him a ridiculous amount of time to score a goal for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Buzz, we've seen Shevchenko's come to this country and not be amazing. So, no, I'm not going to agree with that. He was young and he come from a dog shit of a league. Nope. I prefer from Mudrak over KR. But I get your point there. Most definitely. It's not you, yeah? Interesting. Shouts out to Danny Joint. The new White Rabbit. Shouts out to you, White Rabbit. Oh, you can still come back as your old name, bro. We're not going to hold you to people like Simmons. Seriously, fuck that kind of talk. Everyone can make a mistake out here, bros. Everyone can make mistakes. Shouts out to you, White Rabbit. Arsenal fucking got us all with a Havertz, bros. Like, do you know what I mean? I was nowhere near that one. Rice, I've been saying for a year. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't because I had any inside information. And especially so when January come and we made our fake, which I've always called it, a fake bid for Sassedo. And Brighton didn't play ball with us, and we knew we'd probably be gazumped by Chelsea or whatever in the summer, even though it hasn't happened so far. Even though we funded them with 65 mil, it confuses me. We never wanted to say though, because we could go and get him now. We could have got him for Havertz money. I'm telling you. So Rice, I always kind of had a massive feeling would go and do, even though even I panicked when Man City come. I always knew he'd never leave the Premier League. The Bayern Munich link I always told you was bullshit, exclusively on this channel. Timber caught me out as an everyone. Caught me well out of surprise. I always said we were going to be in for a right back. I'd mentioned this fresh end there. Real Valladolid had come back. Sassedo, you can't. Cancelo, Man City, which I was dreading. I didn't want him. I said it a million times. So a right back was always going to happen. Do you know what I mean? That makes me go back to left back. Is Jacob our backup left back, guys? He doesn't want to play KT. I know not everyone's a fan of KT on this channel, UE. But then again, some people love the Scotland boy. I just think Zinni can be a bit of a liability. And I see that enough times last year to know that this boy can be a bit of a liability. I still think I'm going to put the stream out one more time as you do. Guys, 7 likes on the videos. Can we get some likes on the videos? Who's had some comments there hidden? Someone's had some comments hidden. I wonder who was that. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Where's Liaga's been recently? Shouts out to the one and only DJ Fresh as well. I was chatting to him. Twitter's going mad because of that pic as well, man. Why don't some of these people... Stay with me, people. Debate time. Let's get this debate going. My row ones. Have a great time. A great time. That was a bit strange. Anyway, all right, forget that. Right, Brofield ball. I hear that. Ty wants to go to start on Saliba. Clean up a ball if he needs a good manager and a good team. No, I'm going to disagree with you totally. Trossard done that in amazing when he come in January, bruvs. He come into a team who was top 11 points clear. He hit the ground running. He got a couple of assists. Jacob done nothing. And Jorginho, all right, he scored 1 goal at Villa. It was 2-2. It was a vital goal, but boy, I could have lived without it. Fuck him. You can't diss the MLS All-Stars, bro. They had the legend called Benteke. Exactly, bruvs. Who was their goalkeeper as well? Shot. Matt Turner's in America. I swear it should have been Matt Turner in goal. I'll give Sleeper a pass. I don't understand how people could make Mudryk so much better when the guy ain't even got a goal in the Premier League. Again, brother, again, I agree. As I said, De Zerbi is not a silly manager at Brighton, bruvs. He even said it. Mudryk put out a tweet. Basically, it was Lampard was the manager, and he goes, I've just come on at left back. And De Zerbi put, you'll still basically win the Ballon d'Or. I believe in you, bruvs. De Zerbi is not an idiot manager. Send Mudryk to Brighton right now, bruvs, and even Brighton are going to be a better team next season. Everyone makes mistakes, Rabbit. You don't know it's all love. Come back to us, Rabbit. No homesick. He's Scotland sick. It's not Scotland sick. He doesn't know what to do. He's admitted kind of publicly he would go back to Celtic, but he knows obviously wages, everything. It can't happen. You've had a couple of them. Yeah, I did just see. When I went onto my channel to send it out there, it was definitely some hidden messages there. Just gonna pray. Respect to you, my G. What's up with Lavia and Cisse though? Nobody wants them, bruvs. I don't believe it myself. Like I heard we might have been giving the kid Reece Walters, the defender, that's always on the bench but never gets it on for any minutes, yeah? As a bit of a, like, you know what I mean? A bit of a sweetener in the deal. I've heard all sorts. Do you know what I mean? I've told you what the Southampton boy told me, and I trust in him because what he's told me, and he told me this 3 weeks ago, yeah? It still stands. He went, Chelsea annoyed us with an inquiry for Caicedo. Because you lot give us money for silly players like Ben White and Trossard, we got straight on the phone to you. We asked you if you're still interested in Caicedo. You told us you're not. And you've basically closed the door on that. So we closed the door on Caicedo. And Vieira, I got told we're not interested yet. So for me, that means, yeah, if Partey was sold, Vieira comes in. At this moment, I'd rather we keep shit the way it is. Like, if we're selling Balogun, Tierney and Partey to bring in what? Who? Tukameni and no one else. I wouldn't do it. I'd leave the squad the way it is. I'd sell fucking Vieira, Trossard. I would have saved that 65 mil and got myself a banging winger. You know what I mean? If you haven't got strikers that score 25 a season, you need 3 wingers, yeah, that ain't going to fuck around. I know someone is going to be pissed off, but there's a lot of games, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, you rotate. You need 3 class wingers. We've got 2, Saka, Martinelli. You need 1 more in that mix. With Rafinha, I know he's like possession-wise, he doesn't lose the ball. He can score goals. He can assist. Still unsure about that little fucker. But he's still better than all the Trossards, Nelsons, etc. I think if you're not going to have a striker that scores 20, 25 a season, you badly need that 1 more winger for security for the goals in this team. Trossard's 29, bros. Mudryk, I would have took him all day long, bros. £28 million? Or just do the deal for the 21-year-old. Trust me, bros. If he went Brighton now, he'll be a G. I would make Brighton better. Bros, he'll make them a lot better. Bros, listen to what this has said about him. I'll try and find a clip and say it to you. So basically, Mudryk could come on for the last 2 minutes for Chelsea. I think it was against Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. And they gave him like 60 seconds to 1 minute. Yeah? He touched the ball like once, and they've told him to go at left back. He said, "Wow, I'm not a left back." Desegby replied to it. Obviously, it got took down, but it's in my phone somewhere. It was brilliant. It was brilliant, mate. What the fuck is people up to on my phone? Every night thing, man's partying. Man's partying. Well done. Well done. Twitter's still going nuts. One hidden from you. Should I go look? Should I go look like I'm putting the stream back out there? What was that? One hidden from me too. Let's go look. The stream back out there. What was that? One hidden from me. Yeah, there is. So should I press? It says show or hide. Should I press show? But then we're gonna have to go back up. What was that? All right, cool. I'm gonna press show. I've pressed show. So should I press? It says show or hide. Right. Cool. Anyway, let's just see. So I've tried one of Yui's. Go look, Yui. I've just pressed show. Show and tell. Guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. The way KT is treated at the club makes me sick. Bros, I have been very surprised. So Tommy at left back, I think, against Man United. And then obviously Jacob, the other 2 games. And Tierney's been there and thereabouts. So, yeah. Yeah, there's not much we can do, bros, because I don't believe like Sterling's still there, bros. Like there's so many players that could still play ahead of him. This Maduki has looked brilliant for the England under 19s winning that tournament. He only got a certain amount of minutes. It's man, oh God, I'm blind. I'll come back to that in a minute. That just shows you Trossard's an old man and so he's better. No, blood. I don't want Trossard. I don't know. He didn't push us towards the title, bros. Well, anyone I wanted to come in January, they should have pushed us towards the title. Hello, brother. DH, sorry. How many goals has Trossard scored for us? I don't know, 1, maybe 2. Nothing that lit up the world, bros. I don't know. He did get 1 in pre-season as well in that USA game. We should use a Tommy Abraham-like striker as a different option off the bench. See, people used to say that. See, I didn't think that worked with us with Giroud. I don't believe we play like that, bruvs. And I believe that would be a massive waste of time. Like people saying that about Ivan Toney. Obviously, he's on the cheap ban at the moment for being a fucking little bastard of his bets. Do you know what I mean? It's not showing. Bruvs, I just showed it. Hold on, I bet it is. Don't you fib to me, bruvs. Yeah, it's like the local loose and whatever, bro. I don't know why I hear I want some head. Was it sound clear? I want some head. It showed it to me. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. I already said that. Yes, indeed. Rest in peace. Trevor Francis did score the winner in a European final, 79 against Malmo for Nottingham Forest. Blood, Trossard a dickhead. But I don't just blame the January sub. But listen, we could do this all night. I'm gonna get into a couple of other bits of news of today. There isn't much. I can't believe Wilfried Zaha has ducked to Turkey. I thought he would have stayed in South London with the Palace. Now, kudos. We were talking about him last night. Allegedly, he has been offered to Arsenal and Chelsea for around £40 million. This guy can play right wing, right back, centre mid. Maybe in Holland, G. I'm not so sure about this guy. Apparently, Chelsea and Man City, we've been seeing and hearing, they've been looking at the Crystal Palace winger. They've already lost 1 in Wilfried Zaha. They'll be pissed if people want Oloisi. I'm hearing Oloisi, I know I say his name wrong. Michael Oloisi, whatever his bastard name is, he's got a £35 million release clause from Crystal Palace. Arsenal now are allegedly having a little look into this deal. Fresh Douglas Luiz bid. Why do I think something could happen here? Guys, Saudi, 259 mil. Like, is it a 259 million pound loan fee? Then he goes Real Madrid for free. I don't know. Onshore of Balogun price, mate, I say that works into Arsenal's favour. Zaha to Galatasaray. Villa and Brentford are in a 2-way fight for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'm telling you, Villa have got a decent lot of, like, forget the Tyrone Mings. They've got the guy that Gerrard bought for quite a lot, Diego Costa at the back. They've got Per Torres, and they've got someone else that my man brought in as well, Emre, that looks decent. They're looking all right. They've got their wingers, Bailey. I can't remember. They've got Buendia. They've got fucking Diaby in. Watkins is scoring goals. They looked good in that tournament last night. But so is Fulham as well. Shouts out to Fulham and Marco Silva staying. I think what Joe said earlier on. So Villa and Brentford are battling out for Oxlade-Chamberlain. And Chelsea are mounting a new Caicedo bid. But from what I'm hearing is, again, Brighton have kind of already shut them down. If it's going to be over 8 seasons, 10 seasons, 12 seasons, they don't really want to know. Ferran Torres, yes, again, see, now I've heard Barcelona, incredibly, like we ain't heard this before, they want to buy a couple of players. Again, we don't know what's going on with De Jong. It's almost like I still believe they owe him money. It's just he's not going to leave. But I'm hearing Rafinha. There was a slight little link to Man City to replace Mahrez. Listen, Man City are going to buy a winger. I'm sure of it. Rafael Leao signed the contract. I don't know if he's Man City level. Could it be him? But I'm telling you, man, Man City are going to do a madness out here. I'm telling you. Uninterested. Plus, he would never go to Tottenham. What I'm saying is such the interest is basically, or such the, as I was saying when other YouTubers or anyone else wasn't agreeing with me, like, oh, it's Real Madrid. I was saying, mate, these PSG boys will do business with anyone, rather. Do you know what I mean? What the Saudi boys didn't need to do, they could have made it a bit interesting. Slammed in 100 mil, because apparently, allegedly, there is 1 or 2 other bids that have come in for Kylian Mbappe. I only reckon if there's 1 or 2, they've come from the Premier League. I reckon that's Chelsea, Man City. But I'm sure we'll find out in the next few hours. But I have heard. So 8 p.m, allegedly Saturday night, French time, that's when the 259 bombshell come from Saudi, the bid. And then after this, which it seems incredible as the bid wasn't made public, 2 other bids have come in. Now, it's been reported they're not sure if it's 1 or 2, but I've heard this from a couple of different sources. I've looked at the bait ones that you would always look when you have the main sort of, you know what I mean, buttons in your life. Bubs, does he play in Ukraine? Which one is he? Malcolm. Hold on. Defender. Hold on. What? Bubs? I fucked up with this guy the other day. I thought he was going to help us. Another reject. When is this for club finally got to learn? I could say Torres or fucking Havertz, but I know you're not backing or on that debate. Oh, the raw. Macon. Maybe we're saying it wrong. Maybe I was just saying that. Malcolm. Maybe I was looking at it a bit wrong. Yeah, I do remember. I just remember we were linked with a fucking Macon, Malcolm as well. Reject. He was all right in Spabs at Man City. Do you know that? Hence why I think Barcelona paid £56 million for him. Hence why they feel knocked for £56 million, because they obviously thought he was a lot better. I don't know. Man City would be a good watch. As a fan, would love to see him in the Premier League. But Mahrez is gone. De Bruyne is 31. Silva, there's always been talk about him leaving. They're going to do something. They've got to do something in the wing department. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it, bros. He likes to over-elaborate at the back. You know, I mean, you've seen £50 million fullbacks for fun over the years. Now we're going to get this new centre back. Do you know what I mean? So, yes, very interesting. But, guys, what is the score today? Let me check if there's any friendlies. Let me check, because obviously you have to check on these apps. Obviously, it will tell you the next day when they're on at midnight. So, today, we're obviously done. Liverpool 4-4. Real Madrid, I have to admit, I fell asleep in that game last night. AC Milan with 2-0 up. Bang, I woke up right at the end. Literally dribbled out my mouth, 3-2. Newcastle and Aston Villa was an astonishing game. So is all this summer serious games, let's be honest. Right, tomorrow we've got Air United, but let's see tomorrow night. UEFA Champions League qualifying, is that right? Galatasaray! Good luck to them. Wilfred Zaha settings. PSG Al Nassr. That could be interesting. That's 11:20 a.m. Tuesday morning. Wednesday. So hold on, guys. Brentford Brighton, 10:30 in the morning. I might cover a bit of that. There's more from Scotland. Europa League or whatever it's called, more Champions League qualifiers. Man United Wrexham. When is that? 3:30 in the morning. This is now Wednesday. I'm looking at Trabzonspor. Bayern Munich Man City. Woo! 11:30 a.m. I'm covering that. Tottenham versus whoever, that can blow me. And everyone else can blow me. All right. So, Wednesday, I'm going Bayern Munich Man City. If I can obviously find the link for that. Obviously, I'll find the Brentford Brighton. And let me see what else is on late that night on this SummerSlam. SummerSlam. Fulham Villa and Newcastle Chelsea. 12 a.m. And then 1:15 a.m. Fuck it, I'll look at this closely later. I'm probably going to cover a lot of these games. So I say though, no news yet. Right, I won't leave that. I can't believe they're still sticking by this 100 mil, bruv. Like, I know, bruv, I've heard it, and I said it on my channel the day he signed that contract. He's got a buyout clause, so why hasn't he made it public then? Like, I know you don't want to piss off your club. Maybe it was written like you can't say, like, do you know what I mean? I heard if it was a top 4 team, and as long as it was a acceptable amount. Obviously, you can't shake hands on an acceptable amount. What could this guy leave for? He wanted to go in January. He made it crystal clear. And the way I heard it was, and a lot of Brighton fans weren't happy. We gave him a lot of money. Like, do you know what I mean? Suarez done it with Liverpool when the 40 million plus a pound. Liverpool didn't want him to go Arsenal. They gave him 250 grand a week. He went at the end of the season, or you know what I mean? And swanned off to Real Madrid, a lot richer player. Guys, do get the likes on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. 46 minutes into the stream. Kylian Mbappe, he can't be going. Is he going Saudi? But it's almost like going there for on a loan for a season. Surely, like, you're rich. You can't be this stupid, though. Like, being that rich is one thing. Could you be so ignorant and stupid? Would Mbappe do so much for their country that he could just come and go for 260 million? And then, is it $1 million a game? $1 million a day, $1 million a week, whatever the silly wages are. I don't know. But anyway, PSG want Martinelli. So, yep, of course, Mbappe linked with Arsenal. But, mate, if we ever had ambition, I'll tell you what. Well, again, not when Saudi clubs are coming in, but this still could have been done. And it depends, obviously, whatever Mbappe wants. Does he really like the way Arsenal play? We'll soon see if we bid for him. 50 mil plus fucking Martinelli. Top scorer next season. Fucking hell. Maybe Jesus, but it'll be marginally. I reckon Saka, again, will be chasing him down. I don't think there'll be much difference between Saka and Jesus. I'd really like to think Martinelli steps up to the plate. That could be the difference in winning the league, finishing second, finishing fourth, fifth, etc. Martinelli needs to add a few more goals. I know, bros. You know, I don't know. I don't believe it myself. Mbappe. All that money for a year, maybe, all right, it's easy money. It's nothing against the country. I just think, as Anelka said, brubs, when he plays for Real Madrid and Arsenal, like clubs like that, that's when he can call himself world class. This guy ain't world class. Going out to Saudi, I'm so sorry, for me, doesn't make him world class. Do you know what I mean? Is this really good? Like World Cup tour? Then again, I don't know. Wherever he's a France captain, in it, I think. Like he plays anyway. I don't know. We could all have our different thoughts on it. It ain't a dodgy or political thought why I think maybe Saudi ain't the best place. It's definitely not political, guys. I can promise you that. The Hussein Jumas, the Ues, the Daniel Hees will all know me well to swear in the face. It's not a political thing for me, bruv. I just think, I don't know. I wonder how much we're all going to watch the Saudi League next season. Interesting. Shall I do some watch-alongs? How accessible will the Saudi League? I imagine it will be. Hussein Juma, absolutely lovely for joining us again. Shouts out to you, brother. Always a pleasure. As you don't know, my brother. Up. What's going on tonight? Mbappe reject him. Right, bruvs. And this is what I mean. And where everyone said, Danny, no, you're crazy. I've heard 2 more bids have come in, bruvs. One is a definite bid. And one is bubbling. Who else could it be, bruvs? It's fucking Chelsea and City, innit? I don't even think Man U have got the resources, even though they look like they're going to finish the window reasonably strong. I'm going to go fishing, bros. As I said, I was out a little bit too late. I walked to my house, I can't lie, at 9:15. Do you know what I mean? Had the quickest 5-minute scan of some news and then jumped in. Bubs, if we're going to go with the front three, the midfield three the way it is, I'm honestly not so sure. Bruvs, they've let Riyad Mahrez go. They're not stupid, bruvs. You know what I mean? They'll even get rid of Calvin Phillips to keep the money right. Do you know what I mean? He obviously really wanted this defender, even though that still ain't official over the line, but we're sure that's getting done. And he hasn't gone mad nowhere else in the team. Huh. We know they've also got a lot of people in their academy, but this is Man City and this is like world class. This is the difference between winning leagues and fucking Champions Leagues. It really could happen, mate. And a lot of people have said, no, he's going Real Madrid. I told you, bros, these owners, man, Sheikh Mansour, yeah, he ain't no dickhead at PSG. He weren't going to be just bullied and roughed up, innit? If he could have done a deal with anyone else, do you know what I mean? Maybe this is a fake bid from Al Hilal, and maybe it's going to be rejected, maybe blah, blah, blah. Maybe only the Saudi boys know this. Maybe they called this bid on to see if anyone else from the Premier League would bid. All I know is if Arsenal come in right now with 50, 60 million quid and Martinelli, I honestly believe PSG would think about it. Especially if Mbappe is ruled out, he's going any kind of Saudi Arabia or Saudi in any other leagues, and he's going to basically sit out his contract. If Arsenal come in with 60, 65 mil plus Martinelli, blood, they're going to snap that off your hands. They're businessmen. They're not fucking stupid again. You know what I mean? Might not have been the wisest business they've done, considering the money and the outlay and the wages, but they'll fucking do the business, I'm pretty sure. Imagine them together. It's definitely, he is definitely moving though. Mbappe and Galea and Bellingham. Yeah, bruvs. Bellingham was looking all right yesterday. He was trying to huff and puff. You know when you're really trying in your first 20, 30, 40 minutes of a debut? I didn't see too much of the second half. This is the thing, but this is why he hasn't gone Real Madrid. Real Madrid ain't sitting back just watching, bros. They're not stupid. They've called a bluff. They haven't got 259 mil, bros. We don't know these other bids. Let's just say a Premier League team has bid, let's just say, for instance, 150, Man City. I'm not so sure if Real Madrid got 150. I don't believe they can go and do a Chelsea to them. Listen, I'm going to pay you over 8 years, 15 million a season. Man, the boy that owns PSG is going to tell you to go suck your mother. He's going to be like, no, my brother. Nope. Real Madrid have to come proper. Or they hope that it's a free for at the end of the season. And of course, they'll give him $1 million a game to keep him away from Saudi and Man City and Chelsea on a free transfer at the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? But Real Madrid have to come up with something, bros. Like, they shouldn't have pissed their man off. Maybe they have to sit down and say, listen, all right, here's Valverde. Here's one of our youngers. They've got enough of them. Do you know what I mean? Because they shouldn't have tried to mug off PSG. Like, oh, we'll just wait till the end of the season. Because my feeling always was a Premier League team has to be ballsy and come in. Commercially, almost, Mbappe would pay for himself. But again, we don't know this boy's attitude. Would he want a 2-year deal and he can get out for free after the 3rd year? See, all of that, I wouldn't want Mbappe at my club. Like, the way he stitched up PSG, the 225 shirt. But obviously, yeah, he's ducking right about now. He ain't 225. That would piss me off, obviously, as a PSG fan. There's a lot of ways you can look at this. Wilfried Zaha, Galatasaray, surprising. Shouts out. Immediately. Apparently, according to the he's training alone. Again, there you go. William Saliba style until people at Per Mertesacker shouts out to him, started putting pressure on Arteta. Bruvs, what is actually your problem? Bring the boy back. I believe that Mertesacker interview, you know what I mean, had a lot to do with Saliba coming back because it was never announced. And he just said, guys, like, he goes, like, we just asked randomly, what do you think of Saliba? He was like, mate, what can I say in it? Like, I can't lie. Everyone can see what Saliba's doing in it, and he's doing a lot. Do you know what I mean? And when they asked what's Mikel doing about Saliba, Arteta said, I'm sure Mikel knows has everything in hand, innit? What else is he going to say? You don't give a man their shirt number, you know what I mean? If you're not going to bring him back, go and doozy. Saliba so could have ramped with us this summer, revenge. But you know what? He likes Arsenal. He's happy in London. He's a good, humble boy. Is that a Zoot leaking or something? Because it just tastes rotten. I don't ever happen with Danny AFC TV Smith. That just tastes funny, like. Guys, I'm almost past the hour mark. What are we saying? Babs, it's nothing. Babs, we've been trying to annoy him out. We wouldn't even bring him on the other night against Man U. We brought Nketiah off, and I'm come every other dickhead. Silly minutes against MLS, whatever, the other day. Did he get minutes against MLS? Whatever. And Freiburg, whatever they're called. When Arteta don't like you, Arteta seriously don't like you, mate. Do you know what I mean? And that is the... Hold on, guys. Hold on. Where was I? Mate, hold on. You need time, my brother. I don't believe so, because they flopped on Lukaku, bros. Lukaku scored 75 international goals. They've had Lukaku out there. I don't believe they'll pay more than what they offered, £34.5 million for Lukaku. I really don't see it, bros. Italian teams don't have P like that. I honestly don't see it. And bros, if we do the deal, it's going to be of all them add-ons and hard-ons, and I'm going to cuss why. When I find out the truth, we've let him go to Inter Milan for 30 million, but it was 5 million up front, 5 million next season. I'm going to go nuts when Nketiah ain't scoring. So Arteta just don't make sense to me. He just don't make sense to me, innit? We need 3 strikers in a Premier League team, surely. Or please, I'm begging you, just put Havertz there now. And at least we've got 3. Because this quota ain't right to me. Don't watch that tea. Don't watch that tea if you're still in the stream, my brother. Love my dog. I don't get it, mate. The clear plan, bros. He's been trying to sell Xhaka. Me and you are on the same wavelength. Let's close this stream properly. You're trying to sell Xhaka for a couple of seasons. It wouldn't work. The time he had a year left on his contract, unbelievably, but he statistically had his greatest season for Arsenal. We got the offer, innit? Do you know what I mean? And fair play to Arsenal on it. It was a lot more money than I ever believed would ever get for Granit Xhaka. Lokonga, mate, we're not going to get the money that we spent 17. We're probably going to get 10 from Burnley, but Burnley will move on to other targets if we bug them and keep asking them for 25. We asked Atlanta for 27 or something for Tavares. We asked Newcastle for 42 mil for KT. And we know how much Inter have been asked for, etc., for Balogun. And Palace were told something crazy. This could work out in our favour, but what it's going to make us do, which I'm fearing, UE, and everyone else that's listening, sorry, is it's going to make Arsenal panic into that. And I've always said Newcastle will come and attack us at the end of the window for KT. And if that happens, this ain't going to be right if it is just Jacob as a left back. Partey, I still believe if the right bid come in, for whatever reason, he doesn't want him there. He's obviously decided, isn't it? No matter what he says on the tour. Again, maybe no one from Saudi are going to put that money down, the 30, 40 mil, whatever was required, isn't it? And the Havertz one surprises me. I don't know. You've got an attacker that scored 21 goals. International debut he scored for USA. Like, he looks like he's got a reasonable future ahead of him. If you ask most football fans, betting fans, even idiots, who would you rather in your team for next season, whether they're Leyton Orient, Celtic, or fucking Aston Villa, I'm sure they're going to say Balogun over an Nketiah. But Arsenal won't. I don't know. If you've got a fascination with Nketiah, keep all 3 of the bastards. Do you know what I mean? Needs to go, man. Tavares too. But that means we need a good left back, bro. Zinni, man. He scares me. He goes missing, bro. Only 17 million. I like that we are selling for these prices. Between around 13. Bro, I'll believe it when I see it, bro. 17 for who? Tavares. See, bros, if I owned a business, if you owned Galatasaray or Fenerbahce right now, would you spend 17 million on Tavares? Have you seen him defend? I don't believe no one in world football will do it. And if we want a buyback clause, that's apparently what pissed up the move to Luton. We'd agreed a £5 million deal, but obviously it included a 5 or a 10 million buyback clause. I don't believe a team are going to do it unless it's obviously quite a high buyback clause. I believe it when I see it, bros. We've priced certain man out of it so far. And if we lose them in the last week, and then there's no more Tucumenis or Leveas or Sacedos. Right, brothers, let's look at it. If we sold KT and Balogun and Lokonga right now, yeah, and Tavares, let's say, for me, it would be 30 KT, 10 Tavares most, 40, 10 Lokonga most, 50. And 30, 40 Balogun. That's 80, 90 million pounds. Let's say 90 million pounds, bros, for them four. Top whack. What do we need next, Yui? And that's my final question. I wish there was anyone. Who else is with us? Who's listening silently? Please hit the likes of the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Yui, you're a superhero as normal, as usual. But, bro, even if we do this, you're saying KT needs to go. Who are we going to replace them with? So, 4 gone. KT, Balogun, Tavares, and Lokonga. I'm letting us keep Party. That's 90 million. Would they let us spend all the 90 mil? I don't think you could get more than 1 or 2 in Latino Brighton. Fuck me. Feels like we ain't stupid. I'm sure he's going to try and loan or buy Mudrak as well. He's waiting to see if Pochettino's going to play him. I'm telling you. All right, bro. But anyway, we sell them, man. Tavares, la la la. Are you going to buy a left back? Bro, you've got 90 million pounds and you've got whatever spaces to fill. You've just sold Tierney. You've just sold Tavares. I take it in that 90 million pounds, you're going to buy a left back. I don't know. See, I want a right midfield if I'm selling anyone. I want a centre midfielder. A right winger, sorry. We clearly don't want to say, though, like, you know what I mean? We clearly just don't want him. I don't know what the bid was for. So who? Tucumeni was left out of the Real Madrid team yesterday. I'm sure they're preparing for life without him. They've got a bunch of midfielders in the academy. Valverde was spot on. He can play in centre mid in fucking Spain. Not a problem. Do you know what I mean? Bellingham's there. Even though he's playing more as a 9 or a 10 yesterday. But Lavia, a championship team. Why would it be out of our depth to do business with them? We've bought Chambers, Walcott, Oxlade, Chamberlain off them before. Can't they trust us? Like, I mean, give us the player, we'll give it to you when we sell. Like, I don't know. I know it ain't as simple as that, but come on. Like, this ain't going to be world record amounts of fees to get these boys in. And I take it a left back. You have to replace Tierney. If Tierney and Tavares are gone, you have to replace that. Or is Tommy Yasu or Jacob the new left back? Cover left back. I was just wondering, right back. We got White and Timber. Tommy's not good. Remember, though, you were the one screaming. The Zinni and the Timber flying down the wings. That's just going to flop one day when it's Tommy not doing fuck all down the wing and just Timber down here or whatever. That's when that formation of yours, or not yours, whatever, becomes inconsistent, bro. I get you. Tommy can play everywhere. And he's even flirted with Jacob. I'm not really feeling that so far. Do you know what I mean? Man United's wing was on point the other day. Rob's goalkeeper is scaring me. Ramsdale, bang! And the competition he's got, what? Hein? Turner. Turner got America kicked out of the fucking CONCACAF Cup against Panama. Fuck Turner. Yeah, Ramsdale's giving me nightmares. Gabriel. And this Jacob, if he, God forbid, did get injured, you know, he likes the left-footed fucking centre-back, would Ben White suddenly be the left-footed centre-back? Would he just push Saliba over? Saliba's good enough to play left centre-back. It doesn't matter. Fuck all this left-foot, right-foot scenario. Saliba's good enough to play left centre-back. Could Timber come into the centre if something like that happened? Let me just put my charger in. Guys, I'm going to get out of the building. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. It has been another wonderful stream. Shouts out to you all. Let's just get this plug in though, so the stream just doesn't cut off, like, do you know what I mean? All in a way you wouldn't want it to. What else was I going to do? I wanted to show the people, the man them something tonight, but maybe it's just time to go. Please get the likes on the video. Who is with me? Anyone's final thoughts? As I said, it's not an attack on Havertz. I'm just saying we're a couple of positions down. I believe we probably are going to say, oh, KT. Do you know what I mean? And if these things do happen, you're going to need a decent replacement. Tommy doesn't do that bombing down the wing. I don't know if there's any with all the Ukraine stuff, but he is very important to the way we attack. But certain teams like Man City know how to eat him down, bruvs. And again, like, he's going to have to improve quite a lot for him not to just be caught out more next season. I don't know, bruvs. Champions League and all. A lot of games. I'll check on my card, you know. A lot of games. I don't know, bruvs. 35 mil is brilliant for KT. Like, and we got a little left back knocking around in the fucking academy then. I don't know, bros. Like, I don't want a Castagnas and, you know what I mean, at 25 to replace him. What I'm saying is, though, you can't let KT go without something being there. You'd have to even hold on to Tavares then. We're not getting more than fucking 7, 8, 9, 10 mil for that fucker. Trust me, bros. Patino, 13 mil, we're stretching it. He's in the last year of his contract, bros. The club have made it clear to him. He's training alone, you know. So again, we've done it to him as well. He's trading alone, Patino. Go look. I promise you right now, Google it. Patino, he put a picture on Instagram at London Colney working hard to basically get the fuck out of this club. Do you know what I mean? Working hard to get the fuck out. So yeah, we're not going to achieve 13 million on buyback clauses when you just leave motherfuckers off your board. Do you know what I mean? It's not achievable. It's not realistic. In my beautiful opinion anyway. But guys, it is that time to get out. I don't believe there is any very good friendlies on. If there was, I'd probably cover it tonight. I feel bang and bright awake. But don't worry, I will be here to be covering Arsenal-Barcelona Wednesday, 3:30 in the morning. I don't give a damn. And I'll be covering the summer series. Do you know what I mean? From the USA, as it has been banging so far. Guys, please give yourselves a massive pat on the back. Who's there? Grubo. What day are you free this week? Pretty much most of them. I'll phone you on that in a minute, Buzz. I've got 2 calls to make, mad important, and I'm going to call you. Obviously, you're not at work, so you're good. But it's pretty much every day. Pretty much every day. But still plan something with me. I've got a few boxes I must tick. But yeah, man, any day, man. For you, my brother, any day. So again, bro, we're going to need a left back. Tommy don't attack like that and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. I don't like right backs at left backs. We're a big club, bros. We're in the Champions League. We deserve to have 2 left backs who can play left back. And I don't want to count Jacob. I'm surprised he ain't tried Austin Trusty at left back. Interesting. Mustn't like that guy. Probably only on the tour because he's American. Balogun's only on the tour probably because he's American then. Who actually knows? But yeah, get on to me on the old WhatsApp, Groovo. That is time for me to go. Where's Linda today? She actually ducked one time and then actually ducked. Damn. Anyway, guys, please, again, because yeah, last night was a little bit quiet. So yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for all being back. Groovo, I expect you here all week, most definitely. UE, shouts out to you. Tukameni, bros. Again, available. But does Balogun and Tierney go? Release enough money to get 1 centre mid? And then does that leave us light at left back and striker? We shall continue this. I'm going to put a poll on Twitter. That's something I never do. Let's see if that gets any attention. Man, my picture today went nuts. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. I'm out the building, innit? Guys, hit me on WhatsApp. Peace out, brothers and sisters. Respect.